Okay, now let's go. Greetings everyone, Agion here, another couple heroes to replay. Spawn on the south side as the austere players. We have, is that Chinese or Japanese? One of the two, and a bunch of numbers. Spawn as opponents as the two actual English names. We have a name I still can't pronounce, Wotsch, why don't you even try? And Interloper, got one. Just one. Oh, I can read out all the numbers. 347716035. And we do have dual rear echelon opener with the airborne pathfinders. This course would be a good aggressive start for the USF player. He may go for a mortar team to support against two austere opponents because they're most likely going to have two MG42s. In fact, they do. Both of them went for grenadiers. No tier 1 skip. For the Soviet player, we have conscripts, and just conscripts. Good combination to support pathfinders. Long range damage, we do have the MG team has been spotted. He could potentially dance around with the combat engineers and apply some more damage. Rear echelon trying to eye for the building, but it looks like the Pioneers will be able... No, the rear echelon will manage to get inside the building. That is the wrong side for the Pioneers. The Pioneers need to stay on this side because there's only 2 windows rather than the 3. And you realize this mistake a little bit too late. Over here, we do have Pioneers versus conscripts. Conscripts should be able to win out. And these combat engineers are actually at the cutoff point. Is there only one cutoff point for this entire map? Look, there's 2 cutoff points. This point and this point, and mostly this point and this point over there will have cutoffs. So this is a 2 cutoff map. If there's only one, that could be significantly powerful for encirclement. MG42 inside this building will force up the rear echelon, no problem. Over here we do have the conscripts still engaging the Pioneers, but now there's Grenadier support, so the Grenadiers should be able to win out, no problem. Molotov has been thrown. This conscript squad has been fully pinned. Nothing to keep it pinned down. This conscript squad has recovered. Just needs a basic move order to get realigned. And these conscripts need to fall back. They are pinned for quite some time, so they receive the additional accuracy bonus. And we do have the 2 pathfinders and the rear echelon here trying to engage the MG42, but he needs to withdraw. This is not a good engagement. He needs to fully withdraw. He could potentially pick off one more model with the Pathfinder squad in the... But I'm sort of surprised those guys are not just pinned down by now. Conscripts in here going to be engaging very, very low health Grenadier. That Grenadier is in being risk of being wiped. One volley. Bunch of misses, and there's the wipe. Looks like the US player finally withdrew. He has 2 squads of Pathfinders, 2 squads of rear echelon. He could really stand for some medics. And he's going to be overwhelmed by these Grenadiers. He is hitting the Pioneer squad, which has low enough health models in order for the marksmen to snipe them. Lieutenant out on the field, so it looks like an eye for a Stewart. And can utilize his abilities to drop AT guns for AT guns. Overall, good field control by the Axis players. We do have the conscripts here. They will be suppressed by the MG42. They're very low health as well. And they don't manage to cut off the point. Or decapture the fuel point, I should say. Conscripts will throw a Molotov on the garrison that barrier building. They hop in themselves, because since the flames are on this side, he won't be able to sustain any damage over time. The combat engineers are not a bet one, so can lay down some flare mines potentially. And we do have the conscripts inside this building. It is only 3 windows on the side, but they do have a good defensive bonuses and gets only light cover. It probably is a good fight for the conscripts. Over here we do have Ford ambulance. LMGs aren't out on the line. Where's the MG42 itself? Still back over here. Actually decided to full retreat it. Could potentially got some good bursts off, but decided not to stick around. Combat, Pioneers upgraded with the Flamer. And we do have Red now supporting his teammate. We do have the Flamethrower moving on forward. Potentially one good burst into the structure. No, he does not. And we do have the two Pathfinders over here. A negative ground, bit wounded. Maybe could fall back to the ambulance? Ooh, Flamer here gets some good hits. Does throw a Molotov immediately. But this conscript's quite wounded. He needs to fall back to the ambulance. This conscript squad is going to be forced on back. Do we see? Yes, we do have medics back at home, so these guys will be healed up, but it will take some time to get them actually healed. Ooh, flare mine somewhere? Yep, flare mine right here. Dropped around right around here, and we do have a 251 half track. Does go ahead and top the units inside the half track. We'll get them healed up. No ambulance bunker back at home for either austere player. Flamers starting to make their way forward. Will the combat engineers will decapture the munitions point, and the pioneer will go ahead and decapture the cutoff point here. Only cut off one standard point, but that's a bit of extra fuel munitions that the opponents will not have. Plus the point he's actually cutting off. Consequently, we're moving forward. The Pioneers are getting focused down. They're getting quite overwhelmed. They're force stung back. Over here, there is a fighting position being built. The Axis players still have some pretty good map control. We do have a Zis barrage coming on in. This could be quite deadly. They're quite stacked up. Good hit there. Could fall back to the half track to get healed on up. The second round hits. Takes out a model. Third round. Ooh, that could have been worse. Rifle grenades coming on in. Oh, that Pioneer squad could get wiped. It does get wiped. Drops the Flamer. Grenadier goes ahead and picks up the Flamer. And he's going to go ahead and fall back with these Grenadiers into the half track. Into the half track? Guess not. Over here, we've got Grenadiers engaging conscripts. Conscripts do have some various heavy cover walls, but a little bit out of position. Mortar team, Soviet mortar out on the field. It is a good item versus all these low health units. It is in a barrage state trying to hit that MG team, and the Grenadiers are forcing back. The mortar team to go ahead and do a full retreat as well. A lot of Soviet assets way over here, and the Axis players have good control of the map. We do have a 2-2-2 now out on the field. A little bit late for it, but could potentially do some good work. They saw the Zis gun earlier. And these Pathfinders will rip apart these Grenadiers no problem. Looks like some regular... Is it the regular... Yeah, those are regular AT mines, not a flare mine. Rifle grenade still firing. Rolls a miss there. Oh, finds a Soviet landmine. And it was the Panzer Grenadier squad, so that's a good amount of manpower down. The squad's still suppressed, and the Pathfinders will probably keep it suppressed for quite some time.
57mm AT gun now deployable by air. Airdrop
Ooh, was that a rifle grenade? We could see some paratroopers or an AT gun drop. Honestly, he doesn't need paratroopers at this moment. He has 2 officers, 2 Pathfinders, and 2 rear echelon. He has a lot of units out on the field, so he doesn't need paratroopers. In fact, it would be too much strain on his manpower, probably. Pioneer Squad went ahead and jumped inside this building. It's not exactly good engagement for the Pioneer Squad. It needs withdrawal. I don't think there's a half track nearby for him, or a medic, or a reinforcement bunker. So he's trying to lay down some more landmines. Very nice. He went for a duction. It's not exactly super heavy munitions, unless it goes for some guards. We could see an AT grenade. We will see an AT grenade. You can throw the conscripts inside the building in order to recover from suppression. The combat engineers will get hit by a bit of suppression as well. Flamer squad still will displace the captain, no problem. And his NV14 MG42 team has this half track nearby, so there's plenty of reinforcements for it. Here, mortar team engaging this MG42. This bunker is still firing and did get some damage on the Grenadiers. Didn't get any suppression. MG42 currently reloading, repositioning actually. The Grenadiers here are getting suppressed by the Maxim. He's trying to go for rifle grenade. He was unsuccessful. He's going to try and crawl forward, but decides to withdraw. Could potentially see a Molotov into this building. Ooh, that's a 120mm mortar. The 120mm mortar is a good mortar. Ooh, good wounding actions on that Grenadier. He needs to. He can go ahead and capture and use medical kit. He really needs to use a medical kit on himself. Over here, we do have the Pioneers captured at that point. We have the 50 cal here, which is a good item versus the half track. The rear echelon squad may get wiped. No, he does withdraw in time. The ambulance is right here. He could potentially hop in the rear echelons in order to throw out some grenades. He needs to make sure the squad doesn't get a good flank off. He's doing some good damage onto the MG team, but actually he's not in heavy cover, so he doesn't get the bonus damage. There goes the MG, the fighting position.
Our industry grows to support us.
And the Grenadier squad will be forced back. Actually, he's not been forced back yet. He actually could lose that squad entirely. The other Grenadier squad is actually quite wounded as well. He needs to get reinforced. This Grenadier squad gets pushed forward by the 251. He needs to hop inside the half track. No, it does get reinforced. But the suppression here from the 50 cal is very problematic. The 50 cal needs to retarget. He knows using armor-piercing rounds. Get some good damage onto the half track. And get some more good damage. The bazooka shot may come through. No, it does not.
Points are down to 300.
Over here, we've got the conscripts. Got a Molotov apparently has been thrown. And now we got multiple pins. He needs to fall back. He doesn't have a mortar team for smoke. But his Soviet ally does have a mortar for smoke, but not responsive enough. We have another 50 cal being set on up. The 50 cals, multiple 50 cals can help suppress the MG42 and then re-engage it. Molotov may be thrown. We do got a Maxim trying to set on up, but I think he's going to get hit by... Yes, rifle grenade does come forward. 2 rifle grenades. Massive damage. He needs to fall back. He's in prone to being wiped. He does get wiped. Potentially be captured. If the mortar teams just go ahead and barrage it, that will help prevent it from being resecured. Actually, the conscript's going to go forward and recapture it.
All crews have been trained to repair damaged vehicles.
222 is out right here, and the Maxim's just going to go ahead and withdraw. 222 has been hit by the Zis gun. Ooh, the MG42 may get killed off by the Pathfinders. Rifle grenade, good try, rolled and missed, nice dodge. This guy is very wounded, and the MG42 has 2 members, 3 members, and will be fine. 222 is trying to move on forward. He will decrew the 120mm mortar, but nothing in the air to actually outright destroy it. There is a cache here, is under siege. This gun re-rotating. One shot from this gun will take out the 222. And does not re-secure the 120mm mortar in time. This gun barrage is raining on in. Oh, rifle grenade wipes out that conscript squad. This other guy's getting hit. He needs to fall back. He does have a squad of guards now out on the field. No DPs, not enough munitions. The Pioneers may be able to secure it up. Volley from the Grenadiers. Do arrive a little bit too late. Doesn't kill off the... wipe the Pioneer squad. Oh, good hit by the mortar team. Will the Pathfinders get the kill? No, and the 120mm mortar does get secured. This MG42 team still being very problematic. A lot of carbines here. This field point NVP has been secured up by these combat engineers. Thought about laying down an AT mine there, but decided not to. Sherman is out in the field, destroys the 222 or abandons it. A couple machine gun bullets will take it out. And there we go. Loaded with HE. HE's more than plenty to take out the 222. Does receive an AT gun hit there, but the HE rounds, I don't see these snares in the nearby area. So this Sherman tank will have some good potential. We do got a forward retreat point has been established by the USF player. We have an AT gun is being dropped by the USF player. The Soviet player does only have one squad of guards so far. No munitions for the DPs. He really does need it. Panzer IV out on the field.
We have resistance! Pioneers ready for anything! We have taken it.
I think the Sherman tank's still loaded with HE. Pioneer squad getting hit by multiple units. Soviet mortar rolls a big miss. Panzer IV here. High explosive rounds are equipped. This is a Panzer Grenadier squad. Panzer IV could potentially engage. There's a Pack 40 here to support as well. The M1 AT gun's pretty far back. And no AP rounds are loaded just yet. I heard enemy armor, so he knows about the Panzer IV now. Feteli is suppressing these grenadiers. Rifle grenade does come forth, does kill off the gunner, but they're still suppressed. He may as well just fall back. This gun barrage coming on in. This squad's pinned. Throws out a frag, so still no DPs. Pack 40, MG42, and Panzer IV are all in this area, and half-track ready for repairs. And we got a mortar half-track been deployed. So that means we have Doctrine Lock-in of Spearhead. The 120mm mortar is trying to be rushed down. All the units nearby are getting suppressed. Pack 40 does hit the Sherman tank. Panzer IV has not rotated over. Great hit from the Sherman tank as well. Decreasing that as well. Potentially able to engage the bunker now with the Sherman tank, but decides to do a safe retreat. That's MG42 trying to capture up that standard point. Sherman tank can make quick work of it. And now we got another Panzer IV out on the field. What does the Soviet players plan on thinking? He can get T-3045s. He has a lot of fuel. He has a structure as well. So, T-3045s. The 120mm mortar has been recruited. Bunker has been destroyed. The mortar team will most likely escape. And we do have the Panzer IV still not upgraded with the Pinto mount. He clearly should go for it. The blue austere player has over 400 munitions, which he has reconnaissance overflight and fragmentation bombs available. So, ooh, that could be very deadly to the Major and to all the Soviet support weapons. T-34-85 out on the build queue.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
And we do have reconnaissance overflight a little bit too early for fragmentation bombs, but I mean, reconnaissance overflight is still really nice to have. Just able to spot, know what's safe engagement, what's not safe engagement. Still no DPs. There's now a Scott out on the field, eyeing to engage these support weapons. Sherman tank is still loaded with high explosive. We got the Pack 40 engaging at max range against the Sherman tank. We'll get another hit there.
The HQ has been improved again. Time to unleash our heavy tanks.
Ooh, Scott got a good hit there. Pack 40 trying to push on forward. That could have been a wipe. The Scott does receive a hit, but can still take two more, or take one more and not die.
Light gun carrier tank ready.
Pack 40 could potentially go down to the rear echelon in the T-3045, and immediately going to focus fire. Nope, that was actually the model that was being abandoned. Rear echelons claim the Pack 40, which is actually a nice little boon. Smoke rounds from the Scott as well. There's actually 2 scouts out on the field. Incendiary rounds from the mortar half-track is raining on in now. That combat engineer squad's quite bunched up. One wrong hit or one right hit can do some significant amount of work. Bottle grenade has been thrown, but a nice little dodge there. T-3045 rolls a miss there. Pack 40 still chipping away. T-3045 just received too much damage. He does have vehicle crew repairs, but still no DP upgrade on the guards. Sherman tank still loaded high explosive. Rolls a miss there. It's going to force him out of cover. Panzer IV has him spotted. Does throw in a Faust, but it's not going to snare. M1 AT gun, Pack 40 could respawn to it. And we do have Tier 5, or Tier 4 being built by Blue, going for a Panzerwerfer. Not saving up for our Tiger tank. Go get some assets in here and now. Go against all the support weapons, I don't blame him. Good hit by the mortar half-track, that's for sure. Over here, T-3045 is going to engage the Panzer IV. That is a bounce. Could have potentially crushed some Grenadiers there. Still no Zis gun and hikes. Nope. That is a marked target coming out on the Panzer IV. The T-3045 needs a free target. Does get the snare there because it got 2 shots, 2 Fausts. Rolls a miss. And the Zis gun will get decrewed. Frag grenade is thrown out now, but rolls a large miss. Punch 20mm mortar is engaged in the 82mm. And very close to getting decrewed. Almost got decrewed. Reconnaissance overflight is coming on out for Blue. Scots trying to make their way forward. There is another bunker here, but the Scots could make quick work of it. And looks like an AT gun shot from the captured Pack 40 will hit as well. Ooh, Panzerwerfer getting a bit of a miss there. It was a good, great shot, and Reconnaissance was a perfect item for it.
P-47 air support now available. Back to full strength.
Panzerwerfer down. Pack the more half-track to go down. We do got something to be called on it. It is the rocket strafe. Both have prioritized fire. This one's pretty low in health. Needs to get that one out of there. Panzerfaust does connect. This T-34 is trying to eye for the half-track. T-34 does in fact go down. The half-track. Oh. Does get a good hit there. The rocket strafe could come in for another run. You got snare coming on in. Panzer IV receiving hits, does go down. T-34 in fact will go down as well. This gun here, multiple good shots. This gun gets on the rear hit. And the AT guns, all 3 AT guns hitting the Panther, killing it entirely. I was not expecting the Panther to go down, but that Panther was largely just thrown away, I would say. Sherman tank has its engine snared, not by a Tellermine. fragmentation bombs? Too late. There's holy crap. There's 4 AT guns here, and I think this one may have been in the hands of Magenta.
Enemy is overrunning one of our capture
Panzer
points.
IV rushing on forward. That's not a great spot for it. Could see a couple hits and then snare. Wait. Encirclement. Break. This is going to be close the pocket. This is going to be close the pocket. Holy crap.
34 ready for combat.
This is not good. This is absolutely not good. He's doing mass withdrawal. He retreats back all the infantry units. The vehicles can quickly be rallied somewhere. Everything's being withdrawn. I'm not sure what's going to be remaining. The support weapons will probably go down. The vehicles are escaping on out. Both Scots are alive. The Sherman's still alive. Let's see the damage. Ambulance did in fact go down. All the support weapons, except for this Maxim, the Zisk gun managed to survive as well. And, does the cash not get targeted? I was not expecting to close the pocket.
We're losing a capture point.
Holy crap. Usually close the pocket's one of those I win buttons, but that one was such out of the blue, it was excellent. And that's pretty much what the Axis players needed to get back in this game, because they lost almost all their vehicles already. We do have a Blue Panther, a Yellow Panzer IV, a red T-34-85, and 2 Shermans, 2 Scots. So the Allies still have a significant amount of vehicles. This Sherman's loaded with pikes, with armor piercing. Do have a Pack 40 here. Mark target has been engaged. Throws out smoke on top of the Pack 40, but will also cover the Panther upon retreat. But getting body blocked by the Pack 40 actually. Grenadiers MG42 in the center of the map. On the right side, we do have the Panzer IV. And it looks like it's going ahead and just focus fire and destroy the AT gun. Fuel-wise, the Yellow Wotsch Tier player has a lot of fuel. He can get the Panther or another Panzer IV out. He has the structures. He can go for a Broom Bar. No, not a Broom Bar. So, Panzer Warfare or a Panther, or both of those would be a good idea.
We fight bravely for the Reich. The enemy is down to 200 points.
This Grenadier squad, the last squad with the Flamer, will go down.
Cut off the enemy.
This is a cutoff point. This is a cutoff point. This point is not captured or not secured. There is a cache still here. Ooh. No, I think that guy just was chasing a wounded Scot and managed to. So it's not. There's no vehicle through there, so never mind. Oh, what are those Flamer squads doing? They're both going to get wiped. That is a huge loss. He needed those Flamer squads for repairs. He's getting a Panther now. He has enough for another Pioneer. He needs a Pioneer. Sherman take eyeing to hunt down this Panzer IV. Scott's running on in, getting some good work done in the MG42. The VPs are in favor of the Axis players by a good margin, 150-ish.
The squad of pioneers has arrived.
Now there's 2 Panthers. We do also have a Stug to support the Blue Panther. Good idea. He needs something cheap. So it'd be 2 Panthers, a Panzer IV, a Stug, versus a T-34-85, which doesn't have a whole lot of fuel. So he could get a T-34-76 or Katusha. In which I say neither of those would be a good idea. I should say save up for another T-34-85. Panther moving forward. We'll find 2 Sherman tanks, both loaded with armor piercing. And they both bounce. This gun will be decrewed. T-34-85 moving forward. Does get hit by a snare there, but won't actually snare. Trying to run over the Panzer Grenadiers, unsuccessful. That Panzer Grenadier, however, needs to fall back. He has followed that landmine, which actually is quite important And the Scott's actually pretty close to it. Faust will connect with the Scott. No AT guns. Strug is moving on forward. But the Panther, I don't think, can really go in after that Scott. Oop, I dropped some frames. Oops.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
I probably dropped it during all the close the pocket.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Got a bit quiet. This point can still be cut off by the brake supply line, but can be quickly captured because there's actually a model inside its circle. This point up here has been resecured, but this building is not destroyed, so stormtroopers can easily pop out of it. So there could be another close the pocket relatively soon.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Squad, shut it! We are receiving new orders!
Smoke rounds coming out from the Scott. Captain will decap that point. There's an MG42 here. The Scots are currently engaging it. I hear a Katusha. Will force back the Grenadiers. And that's a great hit by the Panzer IV. And there is a Zis gun here. No prioritized fires. A fresh Zis gun. And we do have the Stormtroopers eyeing for the VP or for the cutoff point. This cutoff point has a munitions cache now on top of it. Good hit by the T-34-85. Another good hit. Oh, the Panzer IV goes down to the Zis gun.
One of our panzers has been destroyed.
Maybe Yellow could stand having the Brim Bar now. Something to help provide some big craters in this in the center of the map. Red is going to send out some conscripts here to capture up this VP. Actually building a little flare mine there. Both Sherman tanks are here. The Stormtroopers will be forced them back. MG42 will be flanked. Still no DPs on the Spark squad. Mark target on the Blue Panther. Rolls a bounce there. Does get a 10 there.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
Oh, and the Soviet player lost the AT gun, I believe. The Katusha barrage. Over here. And trying to hit that MG42.
The enemy is gaining a foothold.
Completely missing, and that squad is really spread out. And withdrawals when he really didn't need to. Man, could use some help. Panther here getting repaired. Had to work on the build queue and Ostwind, so Blue's going for a lot of vehicles. He may need another Pioneer squad then. And that T-34-85 will go down to the Yellow Panther.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
there is a fighting position here, and Maxim's trying to lock down that point. You could potentially set up the Maxim up here. Nice safe spot for it. And this building has enough health as well. Fragmentation bombs is raining on in. Don't see...
One of our fighting positions
Ooh,
is
there goes the
in
fighting position, but
fire.
that's about it.
We will not forget his sacrifice.
The new men have arrived.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
Oh, looks like a guy reconnaissance overflight. Spotting. There are 2 munitions caches here, so it's unlikely there's going to be another close-up pocket anytime soon. It's going to be a combined effort of fragmentation bombs, stormtroopers of Panstruck here, and then cut off target here. If they get enough munitions for it, it may be worth it. Panzerwerfer barrage. This looks like a deadly hit.
Of our emplacements.
Not really.
Tank destroyer is ready for action.
Another fragmentation bomb
Position.
wipes out the rear echelon, destroys the fighting position, takes out the AT gun. Actually, didn't take out the munitions cache as well. So it's just going to take quite a bit of work to remove that munitions cache. There's just a lot of munitions caches by the Allies, primarily probably for the rocket runs. And maybe for the guards finally can get their DPs. They haven't.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Panther does receive a pen there.
We have a forward structure
Panther does throw
under
a
attack.
miss, but the Faust does connect. There's a bunker here, and the conscripts do go ahead and decapture the point. Sherman takes now, move on forward. We haven't seen any sort of response. Ostwin is here, does receive a hit from the Sherman tanks, but I think that was just random scatter. Stug does get a good hit here. Here comes the rocket run. The Ostwin is alive, so he can shoot down the aircraft. Panzerwerfer's in a not a good position. Does throw out some Panzer Tactician now. And when the aircraft does in fact get shot down, there goes the other Sherman tank. Panther's super wounded. Macy to Jackson take him out. Force fire to the ground could take him. But he's actually trying to hit the Stewart. Not Stewart, Stug. Snare does come on out. More Panzer Tactician. Stug has marked target. He needs to force fire through the ground. And takes out the Jackson. Holy crap, not a single Axis vehicle went down. Oh! 2 Shermans and a Jackson went down. That was a great engagement with the Axis players. There goes the T-3045 to the Yellow Panther. Magenda's going for another Jackson. Probably a good idea versus all the German vehicles to see. The Scots are now getting hit by the Ostwind. And you probably won't be able to secure up this point. Panthers could potentially run over these conscripts. But no, he's facing the wrong direction. Recovered from suppression? What? How did he recover from suppression right there? Blue needs another Pioneer squad, that's for sure. Blue could potentially go for a Brum Bar as well. He has enough fuel for it. Not exactly. He does have enough pop cap with that and a Pioneer squad. Panzerwerfer barrage. Relatively big miss. Ostwind's not fully repaired. Panther's going to take a long time to be repaired. Stroke's going to need some repairs still. $500 munitions. Oof. He has a lot of fuel, so he doesn't want to spend out more stormtroopers in order to help harass the caches. This cache is actually destroyed. So a Panzertrek squad here could potentially take out the cache, or perhaps rush forward with the Ostwind or Stug in order to decapture the point. Panzerwerfer barrage.
An anti-tank gun.
Big miss. Another Panzerwerfer barrage. No, that's actually Katusha. Hitting the MG42. Panzergrenadiers are forced on back.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And he needs to make sure he doesn't, that point doesn't get decaptured. The Axis players do have a good VP margin. Panther's not fully repaired. Stug is still being repaired. This barrage does come on out, but it's going to roll a large miss. T-3485 has been rebuilt. And here comes another Panzerwerfer barrage.
Engineers ready for assignment.
Good hits. Multiple good hits. Ooh, and the stormtroopers were too powered up and got wiped. Scots can't do much versus the Panther, but this gun still can. We do got another marked target on top of this Panther. It does pull it back in time. This Panzerwerfer is actually quite wounded. Should repair it.
Are securing our territory.
And we do have a burn bar for yellow. Blue could go for a Tiger Tank. He'll be a pop cap. He does go for a pop cap, Tiger Tank. Ooh, gets pinned there. Unlikely still going to capture the point of that unit. This gun will not get a shot off. And MG42 is still here, so it could still potentially suppress these units. Grenadier here will be hitting the conscript. Ooh, and the MG42 may in fact go down. Oswin has received a powerful hit there. Stug is not fully repaired. The Oswin needs to fall back. Still trying to hit the captain. Doesn't get it. Jackson hitting the Tiger Tank. And blue is at pop cap, so no more Pioneers. Yellow could eye going for extra additional Pioneer squad to support his ally. Brumbar trying to engage that Zis gun. Will not hit it. AT grenade will connect. And Panzerwerfer barrage, that looks like a good spot for one. Doesn't decrew anything. Another reconnaissance overflight for blue. Jackson does get a nice hit on top of Panther. We do have the marked target and blinds the Panther, not Panther, Jackson. And we've got another rocket run coming in for Magenta. There are two Jacksons here. Mark target on the Panther. There goes the Jackson. Rocket run will take out the Panther.
We have lost a Panzer.
Katusha barrage trying to hit the Grenadiers. Yellow's Panther's trying to rush on forward. May find the Red Katusha. Does ram it. Which will force allow the Katusha to escape. Blue's vehicles are quite wounded right now. And Yellow Panther will go ahead and escape on out. Does receive a heat round there. A pretty wounded Jackson's moving on board. Rocket Run coming up one last time, hitting the Tiger tank. Stug is wounded. And also it's currently engaging infantry, so not shoot down aircraft. Blue should eye for... He lost his Pioneer Squad. He should give out 2 more. He has more population because he lost his Panther. Ooh. 2 Zis guns here.
We are down to 100 points.
We have lost the contest. I can't move my legs.
Target vehicle marking available.
Ooh. Panzer Grenadiers need to fall back. They may have forgot about them. Blue's going for a second Pioneer Squad. Very nice. Perhaps even a third.
Panzer here.
Heavy machine gun.
Was Blue going for another vehicle? Yeah, Blue's going for another Stug. Ooh, that Bombard got 3 pens on it. And we got marked target now coming on out. The aircraft immediately got shot down, but the Panzerwerfer may get hit. Ooh. Getting some good wounding actions, but it's still no wipe. Wait, was that, yes, he did destroy that cache. That is important, but the Rear Echelon level immediately going to rebuild that cache. He knows the risk.
Awaiting order. You have
2 Panzerwerfer, Zis guns here. This Panzerwerfer is off cooldown, so there could potentially be a wipe on those 2. Actually, just went ahead and merge with them, getting about 6 members each. Panzerwerfer barrage coming on in. Rolls a huge miss. May see a Panzerfaust.
We are losing a
Will
sector.
see a Panzerfaust. And that engine is snared. Do got an Su-85 out on the field, hitting the Bombard. Got the vision block from the Stug. Multiple good hits, just needs one more pen. And there goes the Su-85. 2 Zis guns are now engaged in the Panther. Does blitz on forward. Do you see a fragmentation bombing run coming on in right there? Tiger tank running on forward. Stuns his own tank there, and here comes a rocket run. Tiger tank needs a blitz on out, but he doesn't have enough munitions for it. Stug's now running on forward. Does throw some Panzer Tactician on top of himself.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Stug does have a marked target on him. The aircraft are still flying over. The T-34-85 does back go down, and there goes the other Stug.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory. A squad of infantry has been
Tiger
killed.
tank can still be hunted down. Jackson's eyeing for it, but may get distracted by the Ostwood.
Infantry, get on with the MG.
Ooh, that's a good hit. Jackson's going for it. Panzerwerfer's also
Lost an
here.
infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Lost that rear echelon squad. And that may be enough damage for a Panzerfaust. He's throw out, no, he doesn't have enough munitions for a smoke. Trying to get, and loses a Tiger tank. Another Jackson's rolled on up. The Ostman may back go down. His teammate hasn't responded yet. A Panzerwerfer is apparently stuck. And there goes the Panzerwerfer, but only gets abandoned.
The enemy has dealt us a blow.
Stug on the low queue for blue. Tries to hit the Panzerwerfer and rolls a miss. And there goes the Panzerwerfer. Could potentially see another Faust. He does have enough munitions for a Faust, but there goes one of the Jacksons.
Stuke 3 ready to deploy.
Ooh, the Panzer Grenadiers need to fall back now. The Panzer Grenadiers actually got left out to dry and died. Got wiped. Good hit by the Brumbar. Could potentially wipe out that guard squad. A waste of a Faust rolls a miss, the Stug, but the Panther does roll a hit. Let's go force fire the... Nope, doesn't force fire the Zisgun. But overall, some great damage there. And could finish and will decrew with the HMGs. And Stug does go ahead and take out that Zisgun entirely. Blue may want to eye for a Pact 40 at this rate. He captures the VP. Nothing's captured the central VP. One of these pioneers could go ahead and stop repairing and we'll go there. Thompson Rangers are out on the field. Oh, there's actually multiple Soviet landmines, which the Brumbar just barely missed. Building 2 more MG42s. He has a lot of fuel. I would say use the fuel.
MG42 team is ready for action.
Another Panther would be great. Or potentially destroying this cache somehow. If he destroys the cache, send over 2 Panthers up here, destroy the cache, use the vehicle breakthrough in order to decapture the point. And then use the break supply line and close the pocket.
Hold fire.
He also has plenty of munitions. He can go ahead and get Pinto Mount for the Panther.
The Maschinengewehr team is
Great hit
awaiting
there.
orders. Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Strokes moving his way forward, does roll a miss. Blue could go for another Stug, and there goes a conscript squad, probably to a Bundle Grenade. Then maybe the death of the Panther Grenadiers, yes it is. Has more for here? There goes the captain. That was a pretty close range barrage. Decrease the scatter, and wiping it out entirely. Brumbar will get a good hit there. Frag grenade thrown out by the guards. Does he have DPs yet? Probably not. Panzerwerfer barrage, not Panzerwerfer, Katusha barrage eyeing for the MG42. Does somewhat hit the, it was a creeping barrage.
Enemy is taking our territory.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75 points.
Jackson's here. Panzerwerfer barrage rolls a large miss, does hit the paratrooper quite significantly.
Orders!
Armor here.
Get the hell out of there!
Both Jacksons are here. And so are the Scots, getting some good hits. There are two paratroopers out in the field, probably both going to be upgraded with Thompsons. The rocket strike will be available soon. Once that's available, the next engagement could go in favor of the Allies. Oh, Pack 40 gets a good hit all on the side of the Jackson. Ooh. Oh, the Pioneers, that's a snared engine. But there is Panther here. Rocket Run is coming on in. Blue does not have also anymore. But there are two pistol mounts here. Shoot down the aircraft, not just the one. Maybe a potential for one more strafe. And here comes the strafe. And there goes the Brumbar. Takes that spotting of the guard squad. Plus, there was also a bit of self-spotting thanks to the pistol mount. Jackson's getting some good hits, could potentially throw some evap rounds. Another rocket run, but rolls much of a miss. It's not looking good for the Axis players.
Ready for orders. We are in the
Blue may get another Tiger tank,
100 points remaining.
but now here comes the two Jacksons trying to displace this bunker. Oops. Try to hit that MG team. Over here we do have the major set up on this cutoff point. Actually, that's not the cutoff point. This is the cutoff point. So the Axis players really should try going for another close the pocket.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
This is a T-34-76. Stormtroopers forced on back. Mark target being utilized on the Panther.
We are down to 75 points.
We do have this Scott getting hit by the Stug, but he does throw off some smoke because they're a veteran C. At least veteran C1, so gains access to concealing smoke ability. All T-34s are here. Two T-34-85s, one T-34-76. The 76 could potentially ram the Tiger tank. And we're going to see multiple rear armor hits by all these tanks. Mark target has been utilized on the Panther here. The still does in fact go down. And there goes the Tiger tank. The Panther is soon to be next. A simple ram will take it out. Ram? And gets taken out there. And the Jacksons take out the Carcass as well. And that should be the end of the game. I don't think there's any way the Axis players can get back in this game. And they went ahead and... Oh, one just actually straight up quit. The other one went ahead and surrendered. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.